Hello and welcome to Soundtrack to My Life, the show that slips between the sheet music of some serious talent. Tonight showcasing an Australian in London, the amazing voice of Mr. Darren Hayes. Welcome to the show.
It's very kind of you to say. Thanks for having me.
I'm not lying.
Oh.
It's fantastic, as we're going to hear later. Now, you were born in Brisbane,
yep.
So let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Tell us about the early years.
Oh, God, what do you want to know?
Whatever juice there is, that's what we want.
Well, I'm the youngest of 3 kids, and of Bob and Judy, mum and dad, in, I don't know what the equivalent would be in the UK, but it was, you know, definitely lower middle class, hard-working kind of town. And it was kind of tough, actually. You know, we struggled for money, definitely. My dad was he was a hard drinker. He was a bit violent. He was a lot violent, actually. I love him to death, and years later he cleaned his act up. But the first 10 years or so of my life were very challenging, to say the least, and that, I think, was a huge part of why I became a musician.
What I was just about to say, is that what turned you on to it? I mean, can you remember a defining moment where you thought, I think music's going to be what I want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I could sing from a little kid, really. I could always sing, and I used to imitate the records that we listened to, and a lot of them were women. So I'm sorry if you love or hate my voice. The reason it's so high is I used to imitate a lot of Motown singers and Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, things like that, because we couldn't afford to buy records, and the records that we had were hand-me-downs and older records, and music was obviously my escape. Music and film were the things that, when things were crazy at home, I would just kind of go off in my head and yeah, just become someone else.
Come quick, love, come in a hurry. There are thieves in the temple tonight. They don't care where they kick you, just as long as they hurt you. There are thieves in the temple tonight. Love, if you're there, come save me from all this cold despair. I can hang when you're around, but I shouldn't die if you're not there. Love, come quick, oh, love, come in a hurry. There are thieves in the temple tonight. Feels like I'm looking for my soul. I'm like a poor man looking for gold. But there are thieves in the temple tonight. Voices from the sky say rely on your best friends to pull you through. Hey. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't really truly, 'cause my only friend is you. Ooh, 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 come on. But there are thieves in the temple tonight, kicking me in my heart and tear me all apart. 'Cause me and you could have been a work of art. Oh, baby, don't you know I'm holding on the best that I can. Love, please help me be a better man, better than the thieves in the temple tonight.
When you were young, who did you want to be? Was there anyone that you had the old hairbrush in the mirror?
Yeah, of course, but it's sad because...
Will you share?
Well, I mean, look, I think at one point I wanted to be Madonna, which is really
Didn't
strange.
we all, Darren?
Oh, thank you for saying that. Before her, obviously, it was Michael. It was, I remember seeing a Michael Jackson concert, and this kind of transition happened where I was in the audience, and I thought, I don't want to be one of these things. I want to be there. I want to be him. I want to make people do what we're all doing now. And I had a similar thing with Madonna in that it was her, just her boldness and her ambition and her dedication, even to things like her body. I mean, she, you know, she had a body that looked like a specimen, you know, in a lab somewhere. It was just so fiercely toned, and at a period in you know, where people didn't even go to the gym. So I would say those two.
How did Savage Garden get started?
We got started first as a really dodgy covers band called Red Edge, and
this was the rock covers band,
yeah,
yes.
and my first gigs with them involved me literally with stacks of lyrics on the stage, just moving them with my feet, trying to sing songs by this band called Cold Chisel, which are like our nation's Oasis.
Right.
And I didn't know the words, so that's just about murder. And in doing that for sort of almost 2 years, Daniel Jones, the other guy in the band, and I became friends.
So the success of Savage Garden, was that a big learning curve for you? It was huge. How many millions of records sold?
The band,
albums,
the band sold about 22 million records.
I would fly you to the moon and back if you be my baby. Got a ticket for a world where we belong. So would you be my baby? Yeah, 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 yeah. She can remember a time when she felt needed. If love was red, then she was colorblind. All her friends, well, they've been tried for treason and crimes that were never defined. She says that love is like a barren place, and reaching out for human faith it's like a journey I just don't have a map for. So baby's gonna take a dive and put your ship to overdrive and send a signal. She's hanging all her hopes on the stars. I would fly you to the moon and back if you'll be my baby. Got a ticket for a world where we belong. So would you be my baby? Yeah, yeah, yeah. She says that mama never loved her much, and daddy never keeps in touch. That's why she shies away from human affection. But somewhere in a private place, she packed her bags for outer space. Now she's waiting for the right kind of pilot to come and sing